chance for a free kick. I think it's going to be throwing the ball against young Waite, unfortunately for him, but good luck for St Kilda. The scoreboard shows that Carlton, the 4-9, leading St Kilda 4-5.
Carlton leading for the first time in the game. That is, apart from the fact that they got the first behind on the board. They're 4 points ahead now, but at quarter time, which was only about 25 minutes ago, they were 23 points down. So they've wiped that off, and in fact they've done 27 points better so far this quarter with still time on to go. Ruck deals between Minot and Nichols have been interesting to watch. Kennedy wins that kick, but it doesn't go far. A backhander from Ross Smith keeps it going St Kilda's way. It's over towards Kevin Roberts. He slung off his feet after making the kick, and the ball is out on the half-back flank. The St Kilda messenger is busy, speaking now right in the ear of Alan Davis. A throw-in on the half-back flank for the Saints. They're hard-pressed this quarter, as they had Carlton hard-pressed in the first quarter. Rain continues to fall. It was a fine first quarter and a rather unpleasant second quarter. A knock by Nichols is forward for his side. That's all one could say. It's Lloyd trying to pick it up now, running out of time and space. There's another throw-in, but before that, a free kick was seen by the umpire and has been given to Cliff Stewart. For his inches, one of the best players in the league.
Here he is on the half-forward flank. He kicked it down towards the full forward position. The players fly high. There's a chance for Adrian Gallagher. He picks it up. He snaps. Football by Adrian Gallagher. I think it's across the face of goals, and the goal umpire rules that it's 1 point only.
24 minutes gone in the second quarter. 24 minutes gone. Time in, or time on, has averaged about 5 minutes, so we've got about 6 minutes to go before half-time.
The marks show that so far that Carlton have taken 32 and St Kilda 15 only, but there's been 18 free kicks to St Kilda and 15 to Carlton.
Sinman, in Murray's absence, is the full-back man for the Saints. He's no stranger to this position. He originally played there, and here's his kick to the half-back flank. Good in these conditions. The ball must be getting a bit heavy now. Picked up by Moran on the wing. Moran kicks the ball to the half-forward line. Cowboy Neal, who was getting cold in the first quarter, and outpointed by Lofts, the full-back, doesn't do much good with that kick. And the ball is coming in towards centre half-forward, where Lofts, who was playing on him but is now playing on Baldock, takes it. The kick is into the centre of the ground, over here towards Cliff Stewart. Clever play by Kevin Roberts. A tap across there is straight to Jimmy Reid. Jimmy Reid shakes off Lloyd and kicks the ball to the half-forward line. Reid coming into the play now. Can't pick it up. It was King. Ball to the half-forward line. No mark here. Carlton coming forward again. Been a good recovery by the Carlton team. They were well beaten in the first quarter. Out towards Baldock. Baldock back further upfield and not at full forward, evidently. Baldock kicking the ball in towards the full forward area now. It's over the heads of the pack. It's racing in towards Neal. Neal a kick just in time, but I think he's missed the sticks. Neal flattened.
And has been hurt, I think, Tony. Neal's, I think, crashed into the fence.
Throw in. Ditterich nearly got another chance to bring the ball goalwards. It's in Kevin Hall's possession. The umpire is sorting out a free kick here, I think, and it's going to St Kilda. Neal still in the hands of trainers. He obviously not too good at all, as Baldock wasn't earlier in play.
The St Kilda player having a shot for goal is King, and that has regained the lead for St Kilda, because St Kilda now are 5-5, leading Carlton 4-10 by 1 point.
Well, King has the distinction of having kicked a score for both sides, because he got the goals mixed up earlier in this quarter and slammed at the Carlton goal and put it right through for full points. But of course, in that circumstance, you can only get 1 point. So he's kicked a score for both sides.
Neal's back on his feet. He's quite okay. I think he was only winded. And now we see umpire crowd start proceedings. About 4 minutes to go to end this quarter. Nichols took it out of the air, handballed it towards Waite. Now Nichols gives it across towards Terry Board. Board's coming down towards the goals. There's a chance if Gill lets it go. He does this. Good goal to Terry Board, and Carlton are back in front now. So it's 5-10 to 5-5. The goal kickers for Carlton, the 2 to Jesselenko, 1 to Board, Gallagher and Hall.
And for St Kilda, 3 to Baldock, 1 to Smith and 1 to King. 5 goals apiece, but Carlton are 5 points ahead, 40 to 35. They were 23 points down at quarter time. We're in the time-on period now of the second quarter. Half-time is close at hand. The umpire is Jeff Crouch, the league's senior umpire. The 2-2s clash again. Here they come again, those Blues. They are not getting too far on the attack side of centre at the moment, but they are adding to it with more handball and ping-pong than football. The ball is here onto the centre wing, and Kevin Roberts has hold of the ball. Alan Davis calling for a hand pass, but just as well that Roberts decided to kick it because he finds 40 yards downfield Burton Howell. How many kicks has Howell had?
3. This will be Howell's third kick. He's been very quiet. There's a lead coming across from Baldock. Howell gives it to him and Baldock. Too fast for Silvani. And Baldock, this is going to be his 7th kick for the game. Silvani's had 10.
Indecision between Lloyd and Silvani as to who would spoil Baldock, and Baldock capitalised and took the mark. His kick is right into the full forward zone. Hall clears it out here, and it's across the line in the full forward pocket for the Saints, who are going to the highway goal. 5 points the difference. Carlton, a great revival in this second quarter. 23 points down at the end of the first term. They are now heading St Kilda by 5 points. Throw in, and Lofts will take it away. He's played a good game. The ball into the centre of the ground. 3 Carlton fellas in a row, and they all missed it. Robertson might follow it up. Oh, he clashed hard there with one of the St Kilda players, and it's Moran picking the ball up and keeping the pressure on the Carlton defence. The ball has gone into the full forward pocket. Kevin Hall will have to keep them out from here, but the ball saved him. It's gone across the line before he could get to it. 5 points the difference. Carlton in front late in the second quarter.
We've already played 4 minutes of time on in the second quarter, so it's very close to half-time. The throw in, and there's Carl Dittrich behind Nichols. Neither could win the knockout. Ross Smith trying to barge his way through the pack. Umpire Crouch has ruled that he was grabbed very high. Carlton players are a little bit upset about it by the way that he went for it. Ross Smith will be the player. Darryl Baldock has no worries about as he walks past with his hands on his hips. Ross Smith is no more than 25 yards out.
These 3 players have added a lot of life to St Kilda in this quarter. Ross Smith, King and Baldock. They watch Smith kick for the sticks. He's usually straight, and he is this time too. That's his second goal. In football parlance, he was robbed earlier when he ran into an open goal, and evidently his boot was across the line when he kicked it. It looked like a lay-down misère for being a 2-flagger, but he was across the line. It was given as a point only.
So he's regained the lead now. This is the 4th time that the lead's changed in the last 10 minutes.
1 point lead to St Kilda, with rain falling more heavily now than at any time during the afternoon. The first quarter was dry. St Kilda 1 point in front.
5-10 to 6-5. St Kilda lead by a point. The 2 number 2s go for it. No decisive win for it. Is Jimmy Reed trying to pick the look at Gordon Collis coming through the pack. Umpire Crouch says, I will ball it up and get out of it, you fellows. He balls it up now. Good knock by Minor. Some 10 or 15 yards. Gordon Collis gets rid of it out to Cliff Stewart. Cliff Stewart left puts it down towards the half-forward line. Board and head, better judgment, a great mark. Oh, a lovely mark.
One point the difference, and Kilda in front. Roger Head, member of their Championship Premier lineup last year, kicks the ball off the side of his boot. It was a shocker. Went at right angles almost, and it's straight over the fence. 5 minutes of time on gone. Half-time is very nearly here, and St Kilda leading by 1 point, whereas at the last siren sound, they were 23 points ahead. A great second term by the Blues. The Blues on top of the list, and St Kilda so far this year are 4th on the list. Barassi takes it away from the pack. Barassi kicking the ball into the full forward area. Gill through. I think, can you hear the bell sounding there? They can't get the siren going, and if so, that goal was kicked after the bell was sounded.
And Baldock's rushing across the centre of the ground. The siren's gone, all right. There's umpire Crouch knowing about it, and I believe myself that goal was kicked after the siren.
Definitely, I could hear the metallic sound. It didn't had my suspicions just at the time that Gill gathered in the ball, but certainly it was going for some 5 or 10 seconds as far as I was concerned. But a great second quarter by Carlton, bring them right back into calculations in the game, and we're all set for an exciting finish and certainly an exciting second half to the game. Over there to Kennedy, hit up into the air, and Collis, who played well for Carlton throughout the first half, knocks it over there onto the wing where Cliff Stewart and Jim Reed are in battle. Cliff Stewart picks the ball up and wins another kick. We'll check his statistics and finds Adrian Gallagher. Gallagher wants to play on with the right foot, not his left foot. He kicks over here towards Terry Board, his associate rover. Terry Board on the rampage on the half-forward line, kicking for the sticks at the highway end of the ground. It's off hands and still in play, but not for long, I fear. The ball is across the line now after a good opening to the third quarter of play.
Only some 30 or 40 yards away from the Carlton scoring zone, and we see Waite going for it against Minot. Minot tried to take it out of the air, a chance for Jesselenko. He's grabbed, he hasn't got the ball. A free kick to Jesselenko. He has already kicked 2 goals for Carlton. He's no more than 30 yards out. Now this fellow, who I have seen in 4 of his 5 matches, is one of the most accurate kicks in the game. A newcomer from Canberra, and let's see what he can do with this one. Alex Alex Jesselenko, there's the kick by Jesselenko, no exception, this fellow's a real find. Alex Jesselenko kicks his third goal.
He therefore joins Darryl Baldock as the chief goal kicker in the game. Baldock has kicked 3 and Jesselenko 3, and we'll run through the complete goal kicking lists for you. St Kilda, Baldock 3, Ross Smith 2 and King 1, and for Carlton, Jesselenko 3 and 1 each to Terry Board, Adrian Gallagher and Kevin Hall. Bounce up now, 52-41, the Blues further in front.
Minot winning in the ruck for St Kilda, and there's the umpire blowing his whistle and the stopping proceedings. He will bring it right back just as Wes Lofts got to the ball. Umpire Crouch handling this big game down here in Moorabbin, a crowd of nearly 50,000 people.
They've got Verdon Howe playing at full forward now. They've had 3 there, Baldock, Neal and now Verdon Howe.
Kick off the ground by Nichols, a fluke one, and it has found Ian Collins on the centre wing position. He drives up towards the half-forward line. Gill well out of his ground, but a good mark has been taken by Sirra. Oh, and nasty proceedings as we see Gill pushed aside, and so is Gallagher by Sirakoski and also Barry Breen. Free kick for the mark will still have to go to Sirakoski, surely.
Sirakoski, half-back flank. Black clouds coming up from over the bay. It could be much wetter than it was in the second quarter, and that would really make it wet. Kennedy couldn't make much of an impression away from the pack, and the ball was across the line in front of Moore.
The throw in, we see Minot going for that. Nichols neither could win it. Nichols has knocked it out now. It's picked up there by Robertson. Robertson drives it up to the centre wing, and there's Sirra, but this time the ball very slippery gets away. There's Jesselenko with it once more, and he's starting to really fire. A good kick by Jesselenko up to the full forward position. It's away from Roger Head. There's a chance for Brian Pruitt. He puts it back underneath the carpet, and we'll find that he's ran across the line, and it will be 1 point to Carlton. Rush. That's the scoreboard, 7-11 to 6-5. 4 minutes into this third quarter. Waiting for the kick to be, the ball to be kicked out by Sinman.
Strong kick, torpedo punt. Coming down towards Moran. He got up high but couldn't hang on to the mark. It's out towards Kennedy. Kennedy was waiting for the ball to come to him. It's a free kick going Carlton's way, evidently. No, it's St Kilda's way. Ross Smith. Ross Smith from the half-back flank, kicking towards centre half forward. Baldock will be in this. Baldock versus Silvani. Behind him, Barassi. Barassi playing as he did in the first quarter. A kick behind the play in defence. Shooting the ball to the centre wing where it's out of play. 4 minutes gone, third quarter. 53 points to 41. And Carlton continuing in this third quarter where they left off in the second quarter when they made up a 23 points deficit. Centre wing. Adrian Gallagher bumped hard but fairly by Kevin Roberts. The ball is into attack. Jimmy Reid, a kick off the ground. It'll be an allowed mark to Des Kennedy, formerly of Sandringham, and not at the peak of his form today. Davis gives it to Baldock. Baldock trying to run around Peter McLean, beats him. Oh, shakes off another one, and here he comes. The Dock, a left foot kick into full forward. Ditterich climbs right into Lofts' back, and Lofts is a bit upset about the whole thing. A free kick in front of the sticks. Barassi again remonstrating with umpire Crouch. Wes Lofts is telling him to quieten down. Barassi is hard to quieten down. And Ditterich is getting a free kick.
Tony, it's a free kick against two players. Silvani was one for downing Baldock after he'd got rid of the ball 50 yards up the field.
Straight in front, I think he's kicked it pretty truly. A very timely kick for the Saints by Carl Ditterich. And Barassi still the most unhappy man. Six minutes gone, third quarter. St Kilda draws the score, 6 points closer. Still 6 points the difference, with Carlton leading 53 to 47. Very dull light, black clouds coming up from the south. The game underway again and going Carlton's way again. It rebounds off Collis's knees and then ironically goes St Kilda's way. The ball is onto the half-forward line. Breen kicking the ball to the half-forward line. Lloyd running backfoot here, and Silvani coming across at right angles to him. Silvani tells him to keep out of the way, and Lloyd does in a hurry. Silvani kicks the ball to the half-forward line for his side, where a good mark is taken in defence for St Kilda by Reid, who had fallen back on play. Jimmy Reid Contender for a wing berth in St Kilda side for a long time, kicking the ball to the half-forward line, and Silvani takes a good mark in defence, a beauty. And he's hurt Baldock and flying for the mark.
Nasty incident over there with Baldock on the receiving end, and the umpire didn't see it. And we see a mark taken by young Davis on the centre wing. He plays on quickly up towards the full forward position, looking for Dietrich over the head of the pack. Wes Lofts has it and will clear it up towards the half-back line, close to the boundary line. And we see Terry Boyd. He's grabbed by Jim Reed. Baldock in the hands of the trainers there. It's up towards Gordon Collis. He's pushed over by Ross Smith, and Baldock is limping now. Jim Reed has the ball, and umpire Crouch is sorting out some more free kicks here, much to the annoyance of the St Kilda supporters. Ross Smith is on the centre wing. We are 7 minutes into the third quarter, and it's 1 goal the difference in favour of Carlton. And there's Baldock with Sergio Silvani close in attendance.
Things are very busy around Baldock as the mark is taken by Barassi in defence again. He's been particularly effective in defence in the first and third quarters. The first quarter was dry, the second was misty rain throughout. The third has been dry so far. We've only had 8 minutes, but heavy rain threatening now. The ball is kicked to the half-back flank proper. More to the centre wing.
I think this is a free kick against Ross Smith for deliberately kicking the ball out of bounds, and it will be taken by Cliff Stewart. There's Baldock still in the hands of trainers as Cliff Stewart kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Nichols went for it. Ball is knocked away, picked up by Davis. Davis gets it back towards the half-forward line, where we see Wes Lofts and Silvani. Here's a chance for Baldock. Barassi's on the carpet. It's picked up and down towards the half-forward line, and umpire Crouch has called for a halt, and he's going to award a free kick to Ross Smith.
Ross Smith has kicked 2 goals for the Saints so far. There's only 6 points of difference in the scores, with Carlton 7-11 in front of St Kilda 7-5. St Kilda into attack, kicking to the South Road goal. Ross Smith, who's been very much on the target today, would need to find a bit of dynamite to get this ball through the sticks from this distance. He'd be 60 yards out. It'll fall into the goal square. The big fellas try and knock it forward. Barassi waiting down, cool and calm in the crisis. Barassi playing pretty well. He's dispassionate. Clears the ball to the half-back flank.
A free kick for Cliff Stewart against Jim Reed for manhandling. And incidentally, Ross Smith has had 17 kicks so far for the game, and this is Cliff Stewart's 8th. He's well back in the back pocket. He's a long way out of position, and it is still 1 goal the difference in favour of the Blues. It's up towards the centre wing. Terry Boyd is there, but the ball is across the line. 3 goals to Jesselenko and also to Baldock. It's a dour struggle down here at Moorabbin now as we see the 2 number 2s go in front, and once more Minot wins it, but it's taken this time by Cliff Stewart. Cliff Stewart kicks up towards the wing where we see Darryl Griffiths, one of St Kilda's very accomplished players, take a good mark on the half-back flank.
Each trying to eclipse the other, and Darryl Griffiths kicks to the half-forward line, spoilt mark. Waiting in front is Kennedy, and Kennedy kicks the ball forward strongly. Lofts is out well in front of Burton Howell, who elected to stay back. And I don't think one could criticise him for doing so. And Lofts was able to take the mark without much opposition. The ball is cleared to the half-back flank by him. It's Reed down in front trying to regain his feet in time and his composure. The ball coming out here. Oh, there's a hard bump traded by Kennedy towards Barassi. It seems to spur Barassi on. And Barassi ends up in the gutter.
We're 22 minutes into the last quarter at Moorabbin, and in a ding-dongo down here, Carlton lead by 1 goal. Now we see the ball on the half-forward line for St Kilda, and a free kick will go to Darryl Griffiths. He plays on quickly, and it was Ray Cross. It wasn't Griffiths. He kicks up towards the full forward position. Neil, no, the umpire says play on. It's no mark, and the ball is taken away by Carlton, but it's out towards King. King handballs it back to Ross Smith. Ross Smith gives it across towards Moran, and we see Silvani clear it out of danger for Carlton. A tremendous finish here at Moorabbin. The ball is across the line on the half-forward flank. 11-14 to 11-8. Carlton leading by 1 goal, and there's about 8 minutes left of play only. 2 number 2s once more. Nichols tries to win it this time. It's picked up there by Dowling. Dowling kicks up towards the full forward line, but we see Wes Lofts go for it. A chance. The umpire says it's across the line. We'll have the ball thrown in. Waiting for the ball to be thrown in. There's Dietrich going for it. And also Kevin Hall. Kevin Hall wins it. It's going out to Adrian Gallagher. Adrian Gallagher's got it. Clears it out of danger for Carlton. And we see a mark taken by Ray Cross on the wing. Raycross is on the wing. There's only 6 points of difference. Waiting for a kick to come up by Raycross. Raycross has kicked it up towards the half-forward flank. The big fellas flow for it. There's Dowling trying to pick the ball up. He handballs it mildly across towards the forward pocket. Burdenhowell is there. Burdenhowell can't pick the ball up, and we see another scrimmage of players, and umpire Crouch once more will ball it up. Hall knocks it away. Nichols pushes Dowling over just by sheer strength. It's out to Griffiths. He's been a battler for St Kilda all day. Kicked off the ground by Barry Gill. It's down towards Breen. Breen gets it. His kick is smothered a little bit, and it's gone straight up in the air. The ball is knocked away by Nichols. There's a chance for Carlton, and it's gone across to Jesselenko. Jesselenko gives it across to Terry Board and John Gill. John Gill has given Sinman a turnabout. Gets up towards the forward line. There's a chance for Waite, depending on which way the ball will bounce. It looks as though it's out of bounds. And here, a hair-raising finish, and there's 23 minutes into the last quarter. That's the scoreboard. 1 goal the difference in favour of Carlton. A throw in down the end, to which Carlton are kicking, which will certainly help the Carlton supporters. There's Gill going for it. Minot in front. Ross Smith coming through, barging his way round the outside of the pack. He clears it up towards the half-back flank. We see Kevin Roberts. The umpire says play on. Gary Crane trying to pick the ball up for Carlton. Gets a left foot to it. It's high in the air down towards the forward pocket, where we see a good mark taken by Roger Head. He's been a good player in his back pocket. Now steady, boys, steady. Roger Head in the back pocket. 1 goal the difference here at Moorabbin as Head kicks it high up in the air towards the centre wing. Collis and Roberts, neither could mark the ball. There's a chance for Breen. He couldn't pick the ball up. Now we see Crane come in. Handballs it across to Barassi. Barassi drives it back towards the half-forward line, where we see John Gill out of position. The ball is knocked away from him. Sinman has it. Now it's Adrian Kerry Board. Ball is knocked away by John Gill. It's kicked off the ground now by Roger Head. It's up towards Dowling. Dowling turn, kicks it to a mark by Barassi on the centre wing. Barassi taking his time, getting up off the ground, wasting valuable time. We've played, this is Barassi's 18th kick, and he's taken 5 marks, and we're about to start the time-on period in the last quarter. Barassi's on the centre wing position, and we've got about 5 minutes to go in this last quarter. There's his kick down towards the forward line. Nichols flew for it, couldn't hold it. A chance for Brian Quirk. He can't pick it up, and Sinman tried to shoulder him out of the road. Quirk is getting away with it. He's still got the ball. Now he's bumped solidly by Sinman. Well, a free kick to Quirk, which I certainly don't agree with. It was just a fair, solid bump. And Brian Quirk has the ball. We're about a half a minute into the time-on period. Carlton lead by 1 goal. Here is Brian Quirk. He'll put it right up into the goal square. Oh, it's a shocking kick, the worst I've seen him kick. And we see Adrian Gallagher almost marked the ball. He can't now. Griffiths tries to kick it off the ground. It's smothered. Picked up by Dowling. Dowling gets it. He's left-footed it across towards the lane for Moran, and there's King going with him. Over the heads of both of them. Barry Gill is there battling for Carlton. Neither could win it. Coming in to help him is Robertson, and coming out with the ball is going to be a free kick to go to King of St Kilda. King is on the centre wing position. We've played 1 minute of time on. Carlton player threw the ball many yards away. He hasn't been penalised. Play on. The kick has gone up towards Dowling. He's dropped it. This will allow Robertson to clear the ball. Kicked off the ground. It's gone out towards Barry Gill. There's King going for it, trying to beat Gill for it, but the ball's across the line between the centre wing and the half-forward position for St Kilda. St Kilda trail by 1 goal. We've got 4 minutes to go in this game, about as Minot goes, but he's knocked it down towards Burdenhowell, but once more the ball will cross the line. A goal, there's the time for you. We're 1.5 minutes into this time-on period in the last quarter. Ditterich tried to take it out of the air, didn't succeed, kicked off the ground by a Carlton player. It's gone across Collins and Cross, and the ball's across the line once more, but it's now directly across the centre of the ground. Time ticking away for St Kilda. Brendan, do you think they can get up and make a draw of it?
Well, I don't think they will. I feel that Carlton are still defending really ruggedly, Ian, and I don't think they'll let the Saints through.
That's Brendan Edwards' tie, but here comes Ross Smith. St Kilda's very good little rover. It's gone out towards Pays, number 20. His left foot kick is high in the air. Nobody could mark the ball, and this allows Robertson, and Robertson kicks it wide into the crowd, and it's out of bounds once more. So we're into a little over 2 minutes time on gone now. Carlton still lead by 1 goal. There has been 5 minutes of time on in every other quarter today. I don't see any reason why there wouldn't be 5 in this one. Another throw in. Nichols, Ditterich, Neither could mark the ball. Oh, Darryl Griffiths couldn't pick it up, but Silvani did. Silvani kicks it down towards the Carlton forward line. Ian Collins goes for it over the top of the pack. Nobody can mark it, but there's a throw, and a free kick will be paid to St Kilda. Time on will be added because Gallagher saw the free kick was against his side and kicked the ball 50 or 60 yards away. Handballs it across towards Lloyd. Lloyd gives it across towards Peter McLean. Peter McLean's kick is a poor one. Going to Davis. Davis fumbles it, can't pick it up. And there's Rossi Smith coming through with paralysing speed. Gives it across to Dowling. Down gives it towards Burton Howell. A free kick will be played to Burton Howell for a push in the back. And Carlton have kicked the ball many yards away to allow their players to get back, but umpire Crouch has seen this and will penalise them.
What did you think, Ian? Did you think that warranted a free kick against Howell?
You mean the push in the back?
Yes, you feel that he is?
Yes, I think he did. He was marking the ball. He would have marked it if he hadn't received the push in the back. So Burton Howell has it. He's on the half-forward flank, 70 yards out from goal. He'll put it right up into the goal square. I'd say we'd have a minute and a half left to play. Carlton lead by 1 goal. There's Burton Howell's kick. It's a good one. Right up into the goal square. It's a magnificent kick. The big fellas fly for it. Nobody could mark it. And it's a point. Well, now Carlton lead by 5 points. So if St Kilda can kick a goal, they will win the match. The match would have, in my opinion, no more than a minute or a minute and a half to play. Where's Lofts? Looking for somewhere to kick it. This is going to be the vital kick. There's Wes Lofts coming out on the stand side. That's a good punt kick down towards the centre position. Collis flew for picked up by Crane, and Carlton are out of trouble because Crane has kicked it to the centre wing. Going forward with Jesselenko. There's a chance for Kennedy. Kennedy's trying to play it like basketball. Roger Head is there. Turns, handballs it across to Jesselenko. Jesselenko has put it on the carpet, handballs it across towards Quirk, who wasn't ready for it. And now we see Dowling going for it, and umpire Crouch will ball it up. But it's on the Carlton half-forward line, and this spells trouble for St Kilda because they've got to get it up the other end and only seconds to go. A good knock by Waite. It's going towards Collins. Collins has grabbed. The umpire says play on. Picked up by Ray Cross. He kicks it back to the centre of the ground. That's back towards Rossi Smith. Rossi Smith has it. Kicks it into the man on the mark. Ditteridge can't pick it up. Brian Quirk has the ball kicked out of his hands. It's going towards Vin Waite. Vin Waite's having trouble picking the ball up. It's going away from their area. Picked up by Silvani over to Collis. And Collis kicks it down towards the forward line. And Roger Head's going for it. Plays the ball in front of him. He's being chased by Gallagher. Roger Head kicks it up towards the centre wing position. 2 Carlton players there, and so is Davis. And now's the chance for Carlton's Crane. Crane kicks it, and it's over the boundary line. And we've played for 31 minutes in this last quarter. And I see Geelong have defeated Essendon, so it looks as though Geelong and Carlton will both be undefeated after today's game. There's the knock, and again it's across the line. Valuable time lost by St Kilda. There's the siren. Carlton have won the game by 5 points. That's the scoreboard at the end of the game at Moorabbin.